Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monifactory. Okay, so here we are, back again in the Minecraft series. Today we are in episode 68, and yeah, I kind of took a break, got distracted by a lot of other games recently, and just other things going on in life. But all that aside, let's get right back into the world, shall we? Now, there is an update to this pack as of this recording, and I believe it's the 0.12 branch, 0.12, and with it come a lot of changes, namely to micro miners. From what I remember, they're making it so that the ship returns with it now, no longer needing the stabilized miner to do that. But there's also some other tweaks going on therein. Like they also changed recipes, and there's a lot of other additions to it. And I probably will move into that version soon, but it's probably going to take like, I don't know, an hour or so to make sure that everything is working in our world with the changes that are coming. But anyway, last I remember, we were working on the crystal CPUs. And I think we had just got the crystal CPU part itself. Now we want to work on the processors. So let me go over here to a terminal. And let's see. Yes. Clean room, LuV. I think we have that settled in, but I'm not sure. I'll check in a minute here. So let's get that recipe going on. And let's pop over. I think the recipe, the circuit one was right here. Circuit. Okay, so we need to upgrade the power voltage. Energy H. Let's see. Let's get that going. Do we have a 1? We do. Although that needs 2 amp. I imagine, is there a, I don't think there's a 2 amp converter. So I'll just grab, wait. Yeah, okay. So grab that. And, right, let's get this. Let's see, is there, oh yeah, right. So let me remind myself, the crystal processor. Wait, that is a circuit assembler, right? Yeah, okay, so hold on, I just gotta remind myself. Wait, what's going on here? Did I not put any patterns here? Give me a second. Hold on. All right, everybody, we're back. So I guess I never set up any recipes in here yet because I looked into the pattern holder and it looked like all of the circuits were in other machines. So nonetheless, I went ahead and upgraded the recipe tier here to LuV with just a matter of the single block down here. And yeah, I think everything here should be working. So we're going to plug in, I guess, the crystalware here. And assuming that I have everything good to go, looks like it will craft. And if I can get through, there we go. All right, so it's going. That's a good sign. That means that the fluid got in there, and I'm just now realizing what fluid is it patterned? Tin. That shouldn't be a big deal. I think I'm using soldering alloy otherwise, but in any case, I don't think it's a problem right now. But yeah, so there is our crystal processor. So let's pop on up here, plop it on there. There we go. So that is the first step. Now we're going to want to make the next tiers. So to do circuit assembler. There we go. So we need niobium, titanium, RAM. So there's a tin and there's a soldering. So if I go down here and look for the crystal, should be able to do that. Nice. Okay. That's doing its business there. And I really want to get into fusion soon, because that's going to be a big hurdle to cross. So it looks like we need the trinium, right? And that goes into making the reactor. And okay, these arrows are always confusing me. Fusion casing, that's going to be a lot of LuV components there. I think we have PBI. Polyben. Yes. And that's okay. Wait, what? Hold on. So there's the 48 here, and then there's the it's saying you can either put glass or more machine casings. All right. But to make the computer, we're going to need indium, tin, barium, titanium, cuprate. Indium, tin. So the question is this... Okay, so it's made in the dust form, it looks like. We're going to need an equality reactor, or a blast smelter for that. We're going to need gas, argon, barium. Yeah, I mean, everything here is pretty self-explanatory. How is that crystal coming along? Okay. Now, next up, we are going to want the mainframe. No. The supercomputer. And I think everything... Oops. Everything is patterned for this. Crystal. Supercomputer. Okay, we don't have enderium wire. Enderium wire. That's a wire mill. Now yeah, that should be doable. I'm pretty sure we have fine wire, crystal. There we go. So that's cooking there. Now, as far as the reactor nonsense that I just looked into, did I put down a reactor that has... Yeah, there's the input hatch. But I don't think we... Ooh. Okay, so we do have one... blast furnace that looks to be making cryolobus and enderium. NAQ. I want to make another one of these. It doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm kind of suspicious why that takes so few bytes. If I look that up, that's the assembler, right? The quad wire. Okay, that isn't as crazy as I thought. But this may take some time. Wait, is it actually making the Naquata? It is, isn't it? Okay, that might take some time then. And that's making the Enderium, right? So, in the meantime, though, I could. Well, if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to temporarily put the crafting in this one here, I'm going to need to upgrade the bus. Right. Indium tin. Oh, no. Blast smelter. Unless... Oh, that works too. So like we can mix it and then send it through this machine. Or... Wait, is this the one... So it's the molten, right? And then we freeze it. Yeah, okay, so we could put it... Yes, I think. Liquid helium. Are we helium this? Output bus. Okay, I could add a helium input hatch here. And we could probably just put it on this multi-block. What is the situation with our hatches here? There's 15. There's 2. Are you being used? Doesn't look like it. So we can move this to 16, I think. And let's see. What are you being called? Nothing. 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 Okay. So we'll call this the number 16 molten ABS. All right, and then these are all right. Now the question is, does that need any specific voltage? Needs IV. Argon gas, so it's need 2 fluids. But there should be... Okay, so I need to upgrade the input hatch here. Or, yeah. So input hatch. There we go. And that should still be fine there. That's the input bus. That should also be fine. Indium tin. 5. Yeah, no. Okay, so we're going to need a bigger input bus. Input bus. And that doesn't need to be... Okay, it only needs to have the circuit on it. Wait, what? Did I... Okay, I may have just replaced the input, an MV for an MV. Anyway, and then down here, put hatch. We're gonna need the input. We're gonna need... Do I not have an output? Input. Get rid of that. Indium tin. Let's see, where are we on that? Okay, so I don't really need MV, so put hatch and wait, input, there we go, output. And while that's cooking, we'll grab interface. Okay, let's pop down here. Gonna get rid of these. Okay, that should be good. And then we're gonna need cable. Helium. Helium. Where is there normal? Nope. Helium gas. Liquid helium? Yeah, that should be it. Liquid helium. Okay. So that's good. And what are you? That should be fine there, I believe, right? Liquid tin. No, sorry. Indium tin. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Okay, so let's pop over to the recipe maker here. Indium tin. Okay, so 4, C6, 8, 9, 15 ingots. Just double check here. 2304 divided by 144. 16 ingots. Okay, good thing I checked. 16. I should be fine there, I think. Wait, did it? Okay, I had to make sure there wasn't, I thought there was an encoded circuit in there for some reason. Okay, so you go here. Okay, so assuming I did this right. Did it insert? Yes. That's in there. Is it the heat capacity? Is that what it is? Shoot. Naquita coil. Yeah. That's right. Where are we on the knock? What Okay, so I might need a pause for this then. Let's cancel you for the time being. It's got about half, well, I guess a third of its wires done. And right now we're just kind of waiting on the Naquita. Okay, so I'll pause here. I'll be back in a few. All right, we're back, everybody. Okay, so things I did while we were away. I have upgraded the blast smelter over here to the Naquita coils, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened. But this freezer was never, I haven't really torn the whole thing apart, but I couldn't seem to find where an input fluid hatch was. And when I was coming down under here, for some reason, the one block I'm pointing at right there was an output hatch. And that's an output hatch, so that should be sending into here, so I don't know what the heck happened. But anyway, now we have the output hatch over here, because now that we're dealing with the indium tin, whatever the rest of it is, we're also going to need that liquid helium. And then when that gets processed, it becomes helium gas, right? And I don't remember if we probably are storing helium gas somewhere, and I had to sneeze again. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, that should be good now. So if I go into our storage, you can see that we have the indium, tin, barium, titanium cuprate. All right, so last I remember, we were working on the the crystal processor circuits, and I don't remember if I had gotten a screenshot of the supercomputer. So let's go ahead and get this. There you go. Darn these allergies! You go outside for 5 minutes, and you start sniffling again. Okay. Supercomputer, can that, ooh, research station. Oh, that's gonna be fun. So at this point, we're on the cusp of needing the research station. And we're going to need a data orb for that, aren't we? Oh, yes, we are. And that becomes our crystal processor mainframe, our first UV circuit. So that might be where things stop in regards to that progression there. Let's open the quest book here, and it is going to take a while because it likes to do that on first loads. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, so oh, these are required. Yeah, okay. So we have the research station, or do we? No, I don't believe we've made this before. Let's see, where are we? So that we have the assembly line now, we could probably start banking out into this. And there's the fusion reactor here. Now, to get the computer, though, we're going to need that titanium stuff in the wire form. And I don't know. Have we made any of this stuff here? UHPIC. No, not yet. All right, so we're going to need liquid naquata, HPIC, and the phosphide. Now, liquid naquata, that's going to come from, excuse me, naquata, of course, or naquata, I don't know, I keep changing. How many, what's our supply looking like for the ingot there? Oh, it's on demand. Okay, I don't think we started with liquid naquata, so let's go ahead and get that going. Actually, would it just be better? Can I melt down the dust? I would be surprised if I could. Okay, of course not. All right, so let's go and find that ingot again. Liquids, liquid. Now, I'm guessing we don't have a cell for that, so let's go ahead and grab a fluid cell. We'll get that coated up. All right, so naquata. Get that in there first. Liquid, boom. Okay. Diamond. Okay. Now let's come down back over here. Okay, so the UHPIC wafer. We're gonna need a chemical reactor in the clean room, LuV. Now, I believe we do have that. Oh no, we don't yet. Shoot, we have Elite, or IV, EV, and HV. So LCR. Does that takes a hatch, don't it? It does. Okay. So let me do this. Let me get an LCR crafted up, and we'll get a clean room hatch. And I'll go find somewhere to put that down, and we'll get that going. So LCR, get that going. Clean room, get that going. Wait, is that the cleaning main room? Is that what I think it is? Cleaning main. Okay, yeah. All right. So I'm guessing the LCR package doesn't have the power converter in it. UHPIC, and we're going to want to have LuV, so LuV. Thinking here. It should be fine with a 1 amp. Let's go that. I'll go that. Okay, so when that finishes up, hold on, back up. I will take a pause here, and when that finishes up, we'll come back, get it all set up, and see where we can go from there. We still want to try and get that fusion computer and see where we are in the progress of making the other parts too. Of course, for that matter, we're going to need to figure out where that's going to go. Anywho, back in a few. Hey everybody, we are back. Okay, so as you can see, I got the LCR set up here, and this is, I need to fix this. I just need to put an anchor on there in place of that, or some other setup. But in any case, this is now our UHPIC wafer setup, and I'm sure we'll be using this a lot more for other things too. I just wanted to have a whole separate setup to the one down there. So with that being said, can I get close enough? I need to increase the range of the wireless access in this room. We now have the UHPIC. Let's go ahead and get you in there. Okay, so with that in mind, we can... Shoot, we're going to need an LuV cutter now, aren't we? Wait a minute. Didn't I make a cutting multi-block? Is this it? That's... engraver. Did I make a cutting multi-block? Is it? Yeah, here we go. So that we need to move up to LuV. So we're powering this with a 4 amp. LuV. It should be fine with just 1 amp. So let's get that crafted up. There's the converter, check, and then there's the hatch. Okay. So while that cooks, let's go back up top here. We're gonna need a data stick, right? I believe, and then indium tin. Wire mill. There we go. And we should be able to get that. Yep. Okay. So for the fusion controller, computer controller thingy. Yeah, still gonna need that. Do we have the IV field gen? No. Okay, that didn't seem to be too crazy to get done. Oh crap, never mind, I spoke too soon. We're gonna need something called Samarium iron arsenic oxide. Everything else here is doable. Alright, so what's the catch? How bad is this going to be to make? We're gonna need iron, samarium, arsenic. Do we have samarium? Yeah, we got quite a bit. Okay, maybe at the very least I can get the data chip co-encoded. If I'm not mistaken, we're at around 28 minutes right now, give or take. Where did that wire get out to? Did I grab it? There we go. Okay, so that's cooking, I think. Yeah, okay. So that will get us the data stick. Or, right? I believe so. It's been a while since I've done this, so I get confused by the output there. Considering, you know, that is this whole nonsense. Oh, that's another thing. We're gonna need to get superconductor blocks. Oh, so there's an indium tin. Okay, that's that taken care of. We are going to need tritium melted down. What's our tritium looking like? I got about 400. So if we wanted to process this, we're going to need to send that into a blast furnace with zinc and Naquata. So I might need to make another blast furnace. We'll see. You done yet? Yeah. Okay, so there's our data stick. As far as the quest book goes, though, should probably start pushing towards the T6 miner here. There's the T7 over there. Krylobus. There's all this nonsense. There's a fusion. So there's the tritium. Let's see, tritium. So to cook the tritium, Naquata LuV. So yeah, there's Naquata. This okay, so we got the Krylobus and Enderium blast furnace over here. I could get some Naquata coils going and have its own dedicated blast furnace for the tritium sulfide, but we have the tritium at least here. So what's that called? Where's my... Okay, we don't have that yet. So let's see, NAC, EBF, LuV. Right? Yeah, cool. So let's pop over here. We're gonna get tritium ingot and tritium and a Q E. Here we go. So boom, boom. And that should be all of... Okay, so that's gonna be a minute for that to cook up. Is it cooking even? One, NAC, LuV, NAC, yes. That's gonna do... Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna need to make another furnace then. Yeah, so I could probably wrap this episode up soon. Actually, you know what? What's the situation with the alloy blast furnace? Tritium. Molten tritium? Okay, you can't... Look... Wait, what? Surely... Hold on, sorry, I'm... Solidifier, freezer? Oh... Because it has to be... Oh, well there's that converter done. Because it has to be a tritium... Or, ingot freezing then. See, there's only this. Alright, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, there's our first tritium. One of many. But, let's get those LuV components. Oh, I didn't finish the hatch yet. Okay. Damn it. Let me pop over here to the line. And where did I... Oh, it's down here, isn't it? No, is it up here? Where the fudge is the... There you are. That goes there. Okay. So still can't make that yet. We gotta get that Samarium stuff going. And for that, we're gonna need the... Was it the trinium blast furnace? Wait, was it? What was I thinking about? Samarium, iron, arsenic, oxide. Yes. Well, I mean, this we can do. Okay, so let's try to get this taken care of possibly before we pop off today. Okay, so that's going to be an A number 4 mixer. And we should be able to get that. Oh, no, it's not going to work. It's going to need IV, isn't it? Cancel you. Request. And there we go. Okay, so there's the oxide. And then we're gonna come over here. Whoops. Over here. Blast furnace, and that's gonna be a number uno. So the arsenic, samarium, arsenic, oxide ingot. There we go. There we go. That looks to be in order. There's that. Okay, that's gonna take, 20 seconds, give or take. Well, that does that job. Let's pop back down to our cutting machine. Make sure that's on 1 by 1. Hatch, converter, wrench you up, and there we go. Okay, so now should be able to make the cut version of our wafer. Lubricant should be good. Crap, I don't remember where it is in terms of the terminals. This is the cutter, isn't it? Oh, this is the lathe. What am I thinking? Wait. Where was the cutter again? Okay, just for this moment. Actually, you know what? I don't even think that's going to work because I don't think I have the fluid parts set up yet. So we're going to retract this. Just to double check here. Yeah, it's going to need LuV. So, one thing that I will get done is make another one of these multi-blocks and make it a cutting multi-block. And then I think setting up the fluid auto crafting shouldn't be that big a deal, considering it should just be a matter of one cutting configuration. Okay, so we'll put that on the curb for now. What was I doing before that? Oh, the Samarium. Okay, that's done. Okay, so IV field generator. We're going to want the 4 times Samarium. We're going to bump that up. We're going to drop that there. IV field generator. That should work. Oh, well, we need double tungsten steel. Double tungsten steel plate. If I'm not mistaken, this should be the right configuration. Ingot. Okay, cool. IV field. And there we go. That's off to the races. And I think this is going to be where we're going to end off the episode. It's getting a little long as is. So, okay. Cutting, or was it lathe? What did I call it? Yeah, there's the lathe factory. So let's get that requested up. Oh, and then the Naquita coil stuff. Let's go 32. We don't have enough osmium. Oh, shoot. 16 then. So, how did we go about getting osmium again? Well, there's the ore processing. Osmium tetroxide. Osmiridium. I know it was from processing of something. I just don't remember what it was. Osmiridium. Maybe it was Osmiridium. Speaking of which, the Iridio. Are we able to make that? Yeah, technically. The tier 5 miner brings back these ores, I think. No chestite. Anyways, I'll have to figure it out later. It's been a while, so I'll have to catch up with a lot of things, but is that done? Have you field generator yet? You know what, I think I will pause here. I'll be back when this is done, and we'll wrap up the episode. Back in a few. Hey everybody, we're back. Alright, so I got the IV field generator. And let's see. So at this point, I've got some crafts going. Maybe I'll get some more osmium going here soon. But yeah, I think everything else, we have that. We need to get the cutting machine for that. I'll have that ready next episode. ZPM, I'm pretty sure we have that. Superconductor, that shouldn't be a big deal. I just gotta make sure that we get the trinium going, and I would be sure to get that going. And yeah. What was the other thing that I was gonna look at? Oh yeah, the 241 plutonium. Yeah, we got quite a bit of that. I'll have to remind myself on what kind of plutonium stuff we're going to have to recraft to get more. But in any case, I don't believe we're going to need all that much of 241. That being said, I hope you did enjoy. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.